Sir Lancelot the Great, Chapter 7. Sir Lancelot the Retired. Sir Lancelot had been thinking about his future, and the more he thought, the gloomier he felt. What he'd been thinking was that being a knight in shining armor wasn't all it was cracked up to be. He knew that he was very good at what he did, and that he ought to be content, but he wasn't. Nothing ever seemed to turn out as it should. He had won great honor for his skill, but that had only made him a target for ambitious knights and scheming ladies. He had enjoyed winning tournaments, but his victories had only ruined the fun for everyone else. It had been pleasant to be a knight in disguise, but even that had caused problems, putting Sir Kay in danger and nearly ruining everything for Lady Elaine and Sir Lavaine. His problem, as he saw it, was that the thing that he did best was the very thing that kept making trouble for himself and his friends. At last Sir Lancelot made his decision. Going to King Arthur, he said, "Sire, I would like to retire from the Round Table and leave Camelot." The king stared. "Retire? Leave? But why, Lance?" "I am not happy, my king. Not... Look here, Lance, if this is about some lady you've fallen in love with, I could talk to her and..." "It's not that, sire." King Arthur sighed. "Well, I didn't think so. After all, it seems as if all the ladies in the court would be glad to have you, judging from the way they follow you everywhere." "Oh, I think I see." Sir Lancelot nodded. "Yes, I would like to go where no one follows me." The king bowed his head sadly. "You must do what seems best to you, my friend. Go in peace, Lance." So here's a picture of Lancelot telling the king that he really wants to retire. And this is part of the problem, is all the people who follow him around. Sir Kay understood too when Sir Lancelot told him. "I remember saying once that I wouldn't be you for anything," he said. "Yes," replied Sir Lancelot, "I'd like to put away my shining armor and stop being Sir Lancelot for a while." But Sir Kay only smiled. "You can put off the armor anyway," he said, and then Sir Lancelot left Camelot. He rode into a dense and pathless forest, and along the way he came to a lake, and after removing his sword and shining armor he threw them in. 2 days later he rode up to a rough cabin in a small clearing where an old man sat on a 3-legged stool. Sir Lancelot stared. "I didn't think anyone lived in this forest," he exclaimed. The old man smiled. "And I didn't think anyone ever passed through this forest." He rose to his feet. But I don't mind a visitor. My name is Brastias." Sir Lancelot nodded in greeting. "And I'm I'm Lancelot." Brastias said, "Lancelot? What an interesting name. I don't think I've ever heard that one before." Sir Lancelot smiled wider. "Really? How wonderful. You've lived here how long?" 20 winters now, ever since I gave up being a knight." "You used to be a knight?" "Yes," replied Brastias, "but I didn't like it, so I came here to the deepest forest in the land, found a clearing, and built a cabin. I live a quiet life here, eating what the forest provides." Sir Lancelot sighed thoughtfully. "That sounds nice. But what do you do all day?" Brastias stroked his beard. "Well," he said, "I take naps every afternoon." Sir Lancelot's eyes gleamed. "Are there any other clearings hereabout?" So here's a picture of Lancelot meeting Brastias. And here's his cabin. You can see that it's growing stuff on its roof. And there's a chicken up there. And here's the old man sitting on his front porch, and he's carving something, a duck or something. Look, he's a cute old man. And here's Lancelot on his horse. There's another chicken, a couple chickens. So Lancelot's asking if there's any more clearings. Uh-oh, is that it? Oh, that's the end of that chapter.